I got to a village called Karatur, and there I met these people. It was such a coincidence. I was talking to some local Kazakhs, and they figured I might be American because I spoke English. So they brought me to this home, and there were 7 Texans, like real Texans. So nice and so warm. They welcomed me, and they had all this food. It was like paradise on earth. And the day I got scones. I was like, yes, muffins. I got so much candy, and by the time I left, I felt like a newborn man. What I'm trying to say is that Kazakhstan is like the Wild West, and I was dedicating myself to make my dream come true. And I want you to try to do the same. Whatever you want to do, if you want to go on a bike trip, you can do it. You can any one of you can go on a bike trip. You can go as far each day as you want. You can go 10 kilometers and stop, and you'll still find plenty of cool people. You'll find friendly people. You'll experience the culture, and you'll still have a great time. It's not about how far you go. It's not about even just going out. It's pushing yourself out of the comfort zone, and it's really good for you. This is one day. I usually slept in my tent with some friendly people. And here I sleep in my tent. Can you see it? There, the sun is setting, and I'm on my own. And I was on my own a lot of the times. So whenever I met people, I was very talkative. Usually, I'm a quiet guy. But when I met people after one day of solitude, I started talking to myself. I was like, okay, I'm ready for you to do this. You suck. And then I'm hungry. Oh, I'm not. Okay, I look at the watch and I time myself. Another 15 minutes, another 15 minutes. And just like that, I kept my whole day going by talking to myself. Being the weirdo. This was Russia. So by the time I finished Kazakhstan was the 9th largest country in the world. So it's quite massive. I got to Russia, I broke lots of spokes, and when you break lots of spokes and bike quite far, you begin to look like that. It's not so pretty, is it? No. I didn't shave very often either, because the places I got to were not very clean, so I just figured, I'll keep the beard. There isn't really an alternative. What you have a lot of in life is worries. I have a lot of worries in my life. Especially when I was in the IB, I would sometimes think to myself, for example, for my internal assessment in econ, I was such a slacker. I hope you're not, but I was for a while. And before my summer, in DP1, before the summer break, I had to turn in my first draft, and I never really did. And by the time I turned it in and everything got all right, I was still worried, and so I was on the trip. This picture to me represents worry. It's my gear changer in the front that is broken. And I'm in this place in China where I didn't have any possibilities to change it. So I took it off, and after a while I started reflecting about what to do with these worries. I started reading up about it whenever I got to the internet. And this is actually one of the most important things I got from the trip. That worry is the rust in the blade. It's not the blade that's broken, it's not you, it's the worries that causes the friction, that causes the machinery to break down and wear out. It's not the work that's unhealthy. You can work very hard, even as I did on my trip. I could work really hard. I could bike 8-10 hours a day, but as long as I didn't worry, I didn't have a problem. I just kept going, and so you can with the school. Just let go of the worries. Please. It's really important. Let go of the worries. All in all, there's one important thing I want to teach you. As I said first, I started dreaming, and your dreams make the impossible possible. And I worked for it. I worked for it for a year and a half, where I planned my trip, and when I went on my trip, I really worked hard for it. So I think that work makes the possible probable. And then the final thing is that you have to be so passionate about your dream that you make the probable happen. And that's the most important thing you can take from me being here. And that's why I wanted to come. I wanted to try to tell you this. I don't know if you get it, but please, think about this. Reflect. And even if you go out and try something like this, don't be afraid to try it. Don't be afraid to go out of your comfort zone. Accept the failure. And every time you fail, you think, okay, this is going to be the mother of success. Every time I get that bad grade from Darren McIntyre in chemistry class, I think to myself, this is going to be the mother of success. That's why I put it up on the wall. The next time you get a bad test, go home, put it on the wall, and think to yourself, this is not a failure. This is the first step on my way to success. I didn't have a Russian visa when I started biking. I got one because I bribed a Russian official. And actually, now, at the end, I would like to tell you that I put all my bad chemistry exams, and it made me work really hard. And by the time I graduated with a nice grade in chemistry, even though I had it in high level. Just as a summary, I hope you get the point about dreams and about worries. That's the most important. But if you have any questions, like here are some fun facts about the trip. One of them is that I didn't shave. Another one is that I burned about 9,000 calories each day, 9,300. That's a nice portion of calories. That's actually a lot more than you usually burn. And then you might think about, oh, he did this. Guys, I know it's not easy to finance something like this. I didn't get any sponsors. I just worked for half a year, and I saved up for 3 years because I knew I was going to do this. Any of you should do that. Take a gap year, work for half a year, do something, go on a bike trip, push yourself up. Don't go on a usual backpacker trip. Push yourself. Take a little leap of faith. Step out of your comfort zone. I think it's really healthy. You develop a lot from it. Now, there are a few things. I see the time is running out. If you have any questions, I'd like you to. I'm quite a nice guy. You can just ask me a question, and I'll try to answer it politely. So let me know. Any questions? Please, just ask. Yeah?
How much weight did you lose from
That's a funny one. When I took off from China, I weighed 88 kilos. Very fat. Just like now. And when I arrived back in Denmark, I weighed 77.1. So I lost 11 kilos just from biking. From burning all these calories. About time. Yeah. One more question.
How did people's generosity or welcoming you change your behavior or attitude?
Oh, it changed me, my course study. Actually, I wanted to study mechanical engineering at Imperial College of London. But because all these people were so polite and nice to me, I wanted to have a job where I help people. So now I'm going to study biomedical engineering, where I'm going to be working on the technologies that can help people that are sick and so on. So it really changed like the rest of my life, just in terms of course choice. Any other questions?